Okay, so we're back. Yesterday we had some technical difficulties. The little SD card that stores the videos for some reason got corrupted and I had to reformat it. So we missed yesterday. Yesterday was pretty similar to the day before.
So today we're...
Go ahead, buddy.
Today we are going to be doing 2 videos because we missed the last.
So yesterday was pretty similar to the day before, and went for a little drive. There really wasn't too much going on, and a lot of people are staying home. But what you're starting to hear in the news now is that the next 3 to 6 weeks, there's going to be a very sharp ramp up in the amount of people that are getting sick. So they're, just trying to make sure that they're explaining what's happening through the CDC and the local hospitals and local TV and news and radio and all that stuff. So people take the proper precautions and they're as safe as possible. So we did a lot of shopping the last couple weeks and got a lot of meats and a lot of stuff at the house that we knew we were going to need just to make sure we had enough food for a few weeks. So it'll just turn into the smaller things you keep on needing, like bread and other kinds of drinks and stuff like that. So we're pretty well prepared, and we've been kind of seeing this big sharp ramp up coming for a few weeks now and tried to make sure that we were ready for it. It doesn't mean we're not going to go out of the house. We do a little drive like this each day. We don't even get out of the car. We just go for a little ride and get some fresh air and go outside. That way we're not just sitting in the house all day long every day. So today's April 4th, 2020, and we're doing our little drive. We're coming through Forest Lakes right now. This is a subdivision just to our south. Some pretty nice homes in here. And we're supposed to get some snow today. They're calling for 3 to 6 inches of snow. That is totally normal here in Colorado in the springtime. Last year we had a snowstorm, and I think I mentioned this a couple days ago, at the end of March or the end of May last year, where we had 20 some inches of snow on I think May 25th. It was pretty incredible. So
Yeah, that
totally
was
normal for this area, this part of the country.
that was that blizzard day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge blizzard. I almost couldn't even walk in the snow. It was so deep.
It was pretty deep. Yep.
It like went up to my chest.
You can start to see the cloud ceiling coming down. Everything's starting to get foggy, and it's 32 degrees. It was 70 yesterday, so a big temperature swing. And then as this cold front comes through, it's going to supposedly drop the temperature by another 10 to 15 degrees. So it'll be probably 20 degrees this afternoon and snowing. We're going to try to do another video this afternoon, and we're probably going to go for a little walk in the snow, so that'll be pretty cool. And just kind of show you guys a little bit else of what's going on. We've been starting to see a lot more police presence out and about during the day. Again, with this ramp up, I think it's not that they're policing people and pulling people over, but I think they're trying to deter any travel that is non-essential.
I think there might be a SWAT guy up here.
No, he just works for the county, I think. I think he's dragging erosion control fence.
I know that other guy.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. They were just picking up some trash, it looked like, buddy. So they're not actually pulling people over and giving you tickets, but you can, in theory, according to the law, get a $999 fine if you're a repeat offender of not abiding by the home quarantine, I guess. But they're not really enforcing that, and generally speaking, people have been pretty good. There's a drastic reduction in the amount of cars that are on the road. This main highway up here, I-25, is typically pretty well jammed all day, every day. And you can just cruise right now and never even hit the brakes. There's just barely anybody on the roads in comparison to normal. And even driving through some of the subdivisions, there's cars parked everywhere, and you can tell that people are taking it serious, and they're trying to avoid going to work and anywhere where there's a larger number of people. What they're saying is you're supposed to avoid any group of 10 people or more, and you're supposed to stay 6 feet away from everybody. Because if somebody sneezes, they're saying if you have a 6-foot separation between you and that person, there's a good chance you will not get sick, because the virus will actually be attached to the sneeze particles, I guess, and fall to the ground. So it's pretty important to keep your distance, and they're calling that social distancing. So that's a little recap of the last couple days. We're just gonna go for a little drive, and I gotta get some gas. I think tomorrow we might do a Jeep drive, where we go out and do a little exploring and try to just get out a little bit more than a 10 or a 15-minute drive, just so we're not getting cabin fever too bad. So that's all I've got for right now. Is there anything you have, buddy? Anything you want to tell everybody? No, not today?
Nope.
Okay. Well, one thing we did notice is gas prices have been coming down pretty dramatically. It's still a little expensive right here in comparison to a lot of other places. There's a lot of places right now where you can get gas for $1.20 a gallon, and diesel for $2 a gallon. I haven't seen prices like that since the mid-90s. There was a point in time where gasoline was down to 99 cents, and diesel was, I think, $1.80 or something like that. And that was in Pennsylvania, pretty many years ago when I was living in Pennsylvania still. So that was pretty cheap then, and it's pretty cheap right now in comparison. So the economy is definitely taking a huge hit. Trillions and trillions of dollars have been lost in the stock market. A lot of people lost a lot of money. A lot of people are laid off. There's millions of people every day filing for unemployment. And they're saying it's probably going to be June to July until we get to the other side of this and things start to go back to normal. But a lot of people are saying, what is the new normal?
My birthday's July 9th.
Yeah, yep.
Remember that? And that's a little kid that, if you have ever seen in the last video, that's me talking.
Yeah. So they're saying June to July, and what is the new normal? We don't know. People are going to be a little skeptical to go out into large groups for probably the rest of the year, just to make sure that they're safe, because there's a huge difference in the way people are getting sick. Some people are asymptomatic, meaning that they're sick, but they're not showing any symptoms at all. But they're able to travel because they don't know they're sick, and they're making people sick. And some of the people that they make sick end up in a pretty dire condition in the hospital, and and on a ventilator, and pneumonia, and they can't breathe, and it's pretty terrible.
My friend Britton has
asthma. Yeah, that's somebody that Mr. Duke goes to school with.
And he's a very good friend and very funny.
Yep.
But I am sad to hear that he has asthma.
Duke's concerned because anybody with a pre-existing breathing condition is more susceptible to becoming sick with the virus. But we've reassured him that I'm sure all of his friends, families, and parents are making sure that they're just as safe as we are. So that's all we have for now. We will see you guys a little bit later today.
Can you show this to him?
Oh, Mr. Duke wants you to see his Charger RT that he has. It's a Matchbox car. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.